I welcome back everyone. Today in this class let us see how to refer the current object's member with this reference. Okay. Here this is nothing but a keyword which refers to the current instance of the class. So here this keyword is going to refer the current instance or current member of the particular class. Sometimes there may be two variables are same. Okay. Those are called the identifiers. The variables are called identifiers. Sometimes two of those variables can be in same name. Okay. At that time, the keyword this eliminates occurring the errors. And also it indicates the class member with the identifier. And also it can be a part of an indexer of a class. Okay. We shall see what is indexer in next title. So now you just know that this keyword can also be a part of an indexer, and that this keyword can be used inside the class. It cannot be used in static field or method. That is, it means that it cannot be used or occurred inside a static class. Okay. The usage of this keyword can be divided into three major parts. Okay. That is, there are three major usage of this keyword in C#. In that the first one, it can be used to refer current class instance variable. It is used if field names and parameter names are same. Okay. Actually, this keyword are going to be used to refer the current instance variable of the class. But in which situation it will be used? That is, when both field name and parameter name are same. Okay, when both field and parameter names are same, user can use this keyword to refer the instance variable. This is the first usage. And the second one, it can be used to pass current object as a parameter to another method. Sometimes user may pass an object as a parameter to any other method. At that time this keyword can be used. And the third usage is it can be used to declare indexes. Let us see what is indexer. So where in the concept called indexer also we can use this keyword. Okay, so these are the three main usage of this keyword in C#. Example of using this keyword, here using system, public class employee, here class name is employee, where we have declared some of the variables, that is ID, name, salary. ID is in integer data type and the access specifier is public. It means that it can be accessed anywhere from the same class or from the outside of the class. Okay. And next, name is declared in the data type string, and then salary is declared in the data type float. Okay. So these are the variables. And then one method is declared, public employee. Within the method there are some parameters. First one, int ID, string name, float salary. So these three are the parameters which are having the name as same as to the variable names. Okay. So this is the situation to use this keyword. Okay. And now within the method the source code is this dot ID equal to ID, this dot name equal to name, this dot salary equal to salary. Okay. And then the next method is public void display. Within the method display, just we are going to display all the values ID, name and then salary using the statement console.writeLine. Okay. And then the main class test employee, where public static void main is included. Within the main, we have created two objects for the class employee. In the first statement, employee E1 equal to new employee. The values are passed here as 101 SS 10,000. And then for the same class we have created another object, employee E2 equal to new employee 102 JJ 20,000. Okay. And just we are calling the method display using the object E1.display, E2.display. Okay. While we create the first object, the values are passed to the method employee and the values are assigned to these variables, and it will be assigned to the variable this dot ID. Here the keyword this referring the value for the current instance variable of the class. Okay. All the three values will be assigned to these three variables. And when we call the method display, it will display all the values what is assigned to the variables using the object E1. And when we call the method display using the object E2, it will display the values what is assigned using the object E2. Okay, so this is what the usage of this keyword in C#. Next, let us see indexers. Indexer is nothing but it provides array-like syntax. That is, an indexer is a special type of property that allows a class or a structure to be accessed like an array for its internal collection. Okay, that is, indexers are defined with the this keyword. Already in this keyword we said that this keyword can be used in indexers. Why? It is because indexers are defined with this keyword. Okay, it allows a type to be accessed the same way as an array. So how we are using the array, in same way we can use the indexer. Indexer's modifier can be either private, public, protected or internal. As like methods, here indexer can also have the access modifier. It can be either one of these four. Okay, and then the return type can be any valid C# type. As like method, here the indexer can also have any one of the valid C# type as a return type. And then indexers in C# must have at least one parameter, else the compiler will generate a compilation error. Okay, so if we create an indexer, it should have or it must have at least one parameter. Otherwise, while we compile the source code, it may cause the error. This is what the syntax for indexer. Here the word this is given, and then within bracket there is parameter. At least there must be one parameter for this keyword. So this is actually called the indexer. Okay, here the indexer is defined with this keyword, and within that we can use get and set, which gets or sets each part. Okay, actually indexers breaks the instance data into smaller parts and indexes each part, and it gets or sets each part. Let us see an example program for the indexer. In that, first statement is using system and then namespace indexers. Class name is parent. Within the class we have declared the range variable as array variable with the data type string equal to new string of 5, where we are assigning the size 5 to the variable range. Okay, and then in next line, public string this, within this keyword we have given the parameter, that is int index range. Okay, within the indexer we have given get, where we are returning the index range value. Okay, and then in set method we are assigning the value to the index range. These are the two built-in methods given within the indexer. And then the class child, it is called main class, where we are creating the object for the class parent. Parent p equal to new parent, and then p of 0 is assigned with the value 1, p of 1 is assigned with 2, and then 3, then 4, and then 5. Okay, so we have assigned 5 values since the size of the range is 5. Okay, and then using the for statement, till the size is there we are going to display the value, that is console.writeLine parent of 5. The values which are assigned to the variable using the object p will be displayed one by one until the size is there. Okay, till this we are closing the program. Okay, so this is what the use of indexers. Next thing is composition. Composition already we have discussed in some other topic. It is nothing but a special type of aggregation and also a strong type of aggregation. In this we are going to compose a new part from different components. Okay, in this type of aggregation, the child object does not have their own life cycle. It may depend upon the parent life cycle. If we do anything on parent life cycle, will affect the child life cycle. Okay, here only the parent object can have an independent life cycle. If we delete any parent object, then the child object also will be deleted. As we know, the composition is a part of relationship. Actually, we have discussed the composition in the types of relationship. As we discussed already, it is nothing but composition is a part of relationship. Okay, here the UML representation of composition is given. Company location is here, and then here company is given. Company location is depends upon the company. If there is a company in any place, it will be called as company location. If the company is not there, it is not a company location. Okay, so that the company location is depends upon the company. Company is parent here and company location is called child. Okay, now company location is composed of company. The company object is responsible for creating and destroying company location objects. Okay, so in this class we have discussed how to use the this keyword, and then what is indexer and what is composition. Okay, so I'll meet you in next class. Thank you.